All right, guys. Last video, the last type of graph we need to go over is a histogram. Same type of first step you would do if this was a box and whisker plot is you want to order this list of data from least to greatest. To save my awesome penmanship on the computer, embarrassment, I'm going to type the order. You can either take this order down in your notes, or if you were printed out the lesson, just write it down where it says order. So let's order these from least to greatest. Here we go. So it'd be 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 4, 5, 6, 8. 4, 5, 6, 8. I think I put. There we go. 8. Let's keep going. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11, 12. Let's switch hands real quick. 12, 13, 14, 15, 18, and 20. So that's the list that we want from least to greatest. That's the first thing you want to do when creating a histogram. By definition, if you remember when we did this in class, a histogram, remember the way it gathers data is by intervals, right? An interval is a gathering of data from a certain amount to a different amount. So example, from like 1 to 5 or from 6 to 10. Based on how far the data is spread out, tells you how to create your intervals. Usually you want to try to create maybe 4 to 5 different intervals when you're creating a histogram. So let's see, I have numbers starting at 1 and going all the way up to 20. So in my head, if I think about how I can split 20 into 4 or 5 pieces, let's say split 20 into 4 pieces. That means each piece would be 5 numbers long. So when I'm creating my histogram right now and I'm creating my intervals, I want to make sure I'm looking at numbers that are grouped by every 5. So from 1 to 5, from 6 to 10, from 11 to 15, from 16 to 20. I'm going to group them in intervals of 5. So let's see how that would look on an actual histogram. We'll come back to that list in a second. But first off, when you draw a histogram, you basically draw a little L shape and draw basically like a y-axis, and then you're going to draw an x-axis just like you were graphing. Try to draw a little straight line like I just did. There we go. And then we said we're going to create 4 different intervals. So 1, 2, 3. Notice how I put 4 hash marks because I'm creating 4 intervals. The next thing you want to do is you want to name those intervals. What numbers are going to exist in each interval? So again, if I look at my list, I want to start at 1. Remember, we're going to count by 5. So the first interval should contain the first 5 numbers, 1 through 5. The second interval should contain the second set of 5 numbers from 6 to 10. There we go. The second interval should contain the third set of numbers, 11 through 15. And the last interval is going to contain the last set of 5 numbers, and that's 16 through 20. So once you have your intervals listed, you then want to create a bar graph with how frequent each number happens. So if I look at my list, I would say each number or each interval probably doesn't happen more than 3, 4, or 5 times. But just to play it safe, I'm going to number my frequency by 2. The vertical line on your histogram always has to do with the frequency. How often do those numbers occur in the data? I'm going to go up to 6. All right, so let's say I'm looking for the interval from 1 to 5. How many numbers are there in that set of data from 1 to 5? Let's count them. Well, there's a 1, so that's 1. A 5 counts, that's 2. There's a 2, so that's 3 total. 4 total. 5 total. There are 5 numbers, 1 through 5. So when I draw my histogram or my bar, I'm going to draw a line straight up until I get to 5, which is halfway between 4 and 6. And I draw a line straight over, and there's my bar for 1 through 5. Let's use a different color for 6 through 10. Let's go back to purple. All right, let's see how many numbers there are between 6 and 10. So 1, 2, and that looks like it's just 2. So on my histogram, notice where I'm starting the second bar. I'm at 2, and then I connect my bar for 6 through 10. So notice right now the numbers 1 through 5 occur more frequently than the number 6 through 10. Let's do 11 through 15. Choose a different color. I haven't seen red in a while. Let's do red. How many numbers are there from 11 through 15? So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There are 5 numbers from 11 through 15. So I'm going to go vertically all the way up to 5, right over, and straight down again to make a bar for 11 through 15. So right now I can see 1 through 5 occurs the same amount of time as 11 through 15 did. And last but not least, 16 through 20. Let's use one more different color. Let's use green. And there are 2 numbers, 16 through 20, 18 and 20. I've crossed them off, so now I used all of my numbers in that list of data. There are 2 numbers between 16 and through 20. So I'm going to go up to 2, draw my bar, and there you have it. That is exactly what a histogram looks like, and it gathers data based on intervals. You're going to try the example below, and then I'll make sure I post specific directions. You should be trying the other examples in today's lesson, and you should also be working on that Khan Academy that's due by the end of the day tomorrow. But that's it for today. I know yesterday was a little funky with the videos not posting, but today should be much smoother, much better. The videos are pretty clear, except my drawings are a little weird looking, but we'll work on that. But hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys today, and we'll all be caught up by tomorrow. Okay.